Hi, my name is Sally Barnard, an artist, author, and spiritual experiencer. Welcome to Call Me Zena, a true story into the spiritual realms. Join me as I sit and discuss the journey of self-discovery and awakening with the help of my spirit guides. It's time to trust your intuition. This is your inner knowings. Through questions and points of conversation, I can help others feel empowered. With the ability to touch people's past lives, I help others connect and not feel alone. Sit with me and call in live, 888-994-4995. Hi everybody, by now I hope you know me. I'm Sally Barnard, but I call myself Zena. So we have a really exciting show today. We've got quite a few people in the studio, so bring the questions on, okay? I have to have the questions, then I can answer, but anybody in the studio would like to start with a question?
Hi, my name is Sydney, and one of the questions
Sydney, can you talk up just a little bit?
Of course.
Sorry, thank you.
My name is Sydney, and one of the questions I have for you is, what are the signs that that you could be a medium, and is there a way to develop medium abilities?
Okay, I'm going to say that you're asking that for a reason. I feel that. I mean, I think you've had many things happen to you. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
I'm just getting a feeling about that. The answer to that question is kind of, there's a lot of things that I could say, but your intuition, if you're right about, if somebody asks you a question and you're right by giving them maybe a name or something that, as I just gave you, I feel that you have got some ability towards that, then I think you probably should follow the path. For myself, I never actually learned. It started at, although I had it as a child, it started at a pretty later in my life. But I realized when people were asking me questions, I was able to give the first and last name of that person. So I can't say I developed it, it was already developed, but I continued with it and I followed along with it. And I found that many of the things that I was saying to people, because you often wonder about that, is this right? But I was able to give first and last names of deceased transition people. So I felt that I was definitely on the right track.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, do we have another question?
Hi, I'm Kalan. I have a specific question. I don't know if you can hear me.
A little bit louder,
Okay,
yes.
I have a question. What specific rituals do you usually use to prepare you for? I'm assuming like whatever, like what specific rituals do you use to prepare you? Like,
Okay, I'm a little different than a lot of perhaps other people. I don't prepare. As long as I have a question, I can answer it. Now, I'm not saying that's with everybody, that's just with me. Obviously, I have my collective here, so I'm able to answer the questions. I have to have a question. Without the question, it's harder for me. So the only preparation I have is I say, please ask me a question, and I can come forth with the answer. Not everybody works that way. This is for me. I have a collective, and they talk to me. But without the question, it's hard for me to answer. So I hope that helps you. Okay, do we have, now again, a question, please? Okay, Rose.
In the world is black magic, and people do this black magic. And do you believe there's a big sin to do a black magic? Or first of all, do you believe it's a big sin to do a black magic?
It depends. I mean, if that's what someone wants to do, as long as it does not do harm, I believe, and we certainly should not do harm to someone else. But black magic is very varied. I mean, I could say, people say they're a witch. I go, oh my, people used to say, I don't anymore. You're a witch? Well, years ago, you know what happened to witches. But today, I look at it slightly differently. A witch is someone with intuition. Not always the case, but the majority. So that may go with black magic, depending on what they do. I don't know a whole lot about that black magic. but it
The-
depends how they use
I
it.
am from, I'm born in Turkey, and there's people use that a lot. I think it's black magic. They use magic to, for example, if they fall in love with this man, and if the man is married, they try to put out a magic to get him a divorce. I think that's a bad one.
That's a bad black magic.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
black magic, yes.
Yeah.
No, no. But if you use certain powers, I don't know if it's called powers, but if you're able to do what I'm able to do, as long as you do it for good, that's okay. But maybe as I say, I don't know too much about black magic, but if it's to harm people, no, it's not okay.
To
Absolutely.
separate, break a marriage. That's a really bad one.
Yes, yeah. I think we have some music in the background. Maybe that's some sort of black magic coming through. We'll wait and see until that stops. It kind of interferes with my vibration. Okay, that's good. All right. So I hope that answered your question as far as that goes. Anything that we do for good, no matter what label we put on it, because we have certain labels, it's okay. Anything that we do that's not good, that's negative, no. In my mind, it's not okay.
So I believe even, putting some kind of spell to make somebody fall in love with you, even that's a black magic. I think it's not a good thing.
No.
And sometimes people ask me, I advise them, don't do that, because that's not natural love.
Because we're putting control onto somebody else. Anytime that we control somebody, then it's not necessarily a good thing. I think I have a call-in question. Okay. Thank you, Dawn. Who is the caller? That's where the music came from. Okay. Well, this is pretty music, but it's not giving me a question. Okay. Dawn? Do we have a question here?
Hello?
Hello, yes, hello.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Jane Taylor.
Hello.
I'm an expressor. I have a question for her. If I should publish my book or not.
Okay, you've written a book and you want to know whether you should publish it. Okay, my answer to that would be, if you've written the book and you feel that's what you want to do, which I have a feeling that's what you should be doing, absolutely go ahead and publish it. You've written the book, why not let everybody see the book? I'm feeling very strongly that you should publish a book. I won't ask you the title or the name unless you want to give it out, but I do feel that you're on the right track with that. Thank you.
It's called Rocky Mountain Peace.
Okay, I
Thank
love
you.
the name. I love the name. Okay.
Thank you, Zena.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, do we have another question in the studio?
Sally, this is Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Can you talk about as people, we all have a light side and a shadow side. Can you talk about what that's all about and what that means from your perspective?
Okay, my perspective on that is that and I've talked about this before in my show, we have a light and a dark side. Everybody does. However, to me, balance is very important, and I cannot stop saying that. We are human and we're in a 3D world, so we get bombarded with many different energies. When we feel that we're going into a negative, we will feel it, especially if you're in touch with yourself. You try to bring yourself out. I very much try to stay positive. However, I am still here and I have my ups and downs with that. But the word balance comes very much into my mind. We have to have that in order to live here. We can't be all one or the other. So my view is go and try to be as positive as you can. Even though it may be a negative situation, try to turn it into the positive. Having said that, it's not always easy, but it will help. Definitely helps.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
I have a question. What guidance or advice do you have for me, and what are some good ways to protect my energy?
Okay, that's a very good question, Sydney. I like that. First of all, before you even start embarking on this, and I think you are going to be going into this, is to protect yourself. I don't believe that anything is going to happen to me because I protect myself, and I believe that fear brings fear. But just visualize a bright light, surround yourself with light and put a shield there. As long as you believe that you're protecting yourself, then you're on the right track. If you feel that you're open to a lot of entities, that can happen. I just try never to think that. So protect yourself, visualize a shield around you, and then go with it. I think that you're on definitely the right track. I feel that very strongly.
Thank you.
Hi, Sally. I'm Rose Lambert.
Hi, Rose.
Dreams we see, sometimes they tell us what's going to happen in our future. I had a hard time in the beginning. It's like, kind of figuring out how to put a meaning to dreams. Which way you will recommend? It's like, can we believe the dreams as we see, or we just have to analyze it with our life?
Well, as far as my whole story has been about dreaming. I feel that if we're being given a message, or we're giving ourselves a message, many people don't remember their dreams, as I have many dreams that I don't remember, but the ones that are significant, that have messages, we remember. I'm absolutely certain of this, because I astral projected. I can tell you from 15 years ago the places that I went to. So our dreams have messages, the ones of importance. The ones that are important, we remember. I'm certain of that. I mean, some may go by the wayside. So when we wake up, try to analyze that. I mean, just go into what happened. Sometimes our subconscious comes into that, but overall, it is a message for us. Depending on the dream, it can be good or bad. If it's a negative dream, which can happen too, be wary of that. Just say, well, maybe I shouldn't drive my car. I'm not saying that that's the dream, but if it's a message about a car, maybe the tire is going to be something wrong with the tire. Just take note of that a little bit. Not always the case, but the fact that we're dreaming it, it is somewhere, and it is a message.
Thank you.
You have a question? You look like you may have a question. No?
No, I'm just watching
Okay.
the picture and goes well.
Okay.
I have a question. Are you getting any messages from any loved ones?
Can you
from
talk
me?
up a little, Sydney? It helps
Of
me with the
course.
vibrational energy too.
Do you have any messages from my loved ones?
I can't say I'm getting anything right now.
Okay.
I believe that you're going, your family, are we talking about your family right now? That would
Yeah.
be your loved ones. Okay. I think you're going through something. Am I right? As a family?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Okay. It is going to work out. Okay, I feel that. But go with caution with certain things. Only you will know the answer to what I'm saying. I just want to be the messenger to give you the message. When you speak with your family, just tell them to think before they act on something. This is really important for you, okay? And I think you feel that too. I'm correct, right?
Yes.
So think everything through before you make any decisions, okay? I believe that it's going to be okay, but as a family, as a collective, as a family, talk it out with each other before you make any decisions, okay?
Okay.
It will be okay. It will be okay. And only you know this, okay? You don't have to give me the reason, but I feel that you do.
Okay.
Am I correct? I am correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Sally. Do you feel my mother is like trying to tell me something? Since she passed away, sometime I communicated with her, but lately, I feel like maybe she's trying to tell me something.
Okay, I need to, and of course, if people know Rose, you know Rose and I are very friendly. We're like sisters. So I do believe that your mother is communicating. I believe that she's with me here right now because she knows how we have this connection together. She is communicating with you. It's good, okay? She's happy with the way that everything is materializing, but also for you, and it's hard for me because you are my friend and I know many things. Just still be aware of what's going on around you, Rose. Not that it's anything negative, but if you feel that something is negative, and I believe that in a couple of weeks, I'm not sure how long the time is, you will come to some sort of crossroad. This is what she's telling me. Think about don't act on impulse. This is what's coming through very strong. She's telling you, please do not act on impulse. That crossroad is meant to be. Okay, you will know and you'll remember what I'm saying when that happens. She is watching you, as is the rest of your family. Everything is going to be okay, but don't make snap decisions, okay? Think about it before you give an answer. Very similar actually to the question that was prior to this. Be thinking about it first, but remember that your mother is there to guide you.
Is she sees any marriage for me in future?
Yes. It's hard for me to say because I know your situation, but I'm going to say I see a big yes. And not only do I see the yes, I see a big red heart.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
Are they
you.
telling me this? Okay.
Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely. Don't fight it, okay? Go with
Okay.
the flow. All right.
Okay.
That's what she's saying. Don't fight it. She's very happy with the way that your life is going, Rose.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Sally.
Another question from someone?
I have a question. What opportunities should I be open to right now in my life, whether it's like career-wise? Yeah, that's my
Okay.
question.
Have you been in college?
Yes,
Okay. You're just coming out of college, right? Or
just coming in.
oh, you're just going into college. Okay. You're going to change what you're going to be doing. I think halfway through, I felt like maybe you were coming out because you've been doing something, but there's going to be a change. If it's beginning or end of your college, that's okay. But there is going to be a change in your college. So whatever you're studying now, won't necessarily go through with that. It may be something different, okay?
Okay,
Just see another friend of mine just walked in.
thank you.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Mindy. More questions. Anybody with some questions here? Okay. Do you have a question?
You can see it, 'cause I think it counts first.
Just questions for me to you?
Yes, absolutely. I
okay.
know you haven't. You just walked in, so just throw me questions. I like to
Okay.
answer them.
I'm in a relationship right now of almost 5 years.
Okay.
And he's having a little bit of difficulties with some personal things, and I'm just wondering, does he get this resolved, and is everything going to be okay?
From what I'm hearing, and again, I try to be really positive, it's going to take a little while. This is not going to happen overnight. I think it's a problem. I don't want to say a problem, but it's something that you've been dealing with for a little while. Am I correct with that?
Yes.
Okay, it's still going to take a little while longer, but be patient because I can't tell you the actual outcome of this, but right now I'm hearing that you need to be patient with this. It's not going to happen overnight. It's taken a while, and the decision of whatever this is going to be is still going to take a little bit longer. But have patience. And if along the line you feel that this is not going your way, feel free to do what you feel that you should do. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm saying long term, I think it will work out for you. But it is depending on how long you want it to last. This situation could go on quite a little bit longer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to ask this for Michael.
Okay.
He has this court case going on for a long time now. It's about almost like 4 years. Is anytime soon he's going to have some kind of results from that?
Okay, my answer to that question is very similar to the last question. This is still going to be ongoing for a while. Now it's up to you. The vibrational energy, as I can see it, is going a little up and down right now. Concentrate very much on the outcome. And I'm going to say the same for Michael too. But it also is something that has been ongoing and will go on for a little longer, depending on how long you want to believe this. But always send positive vibrations there. I'm very, very, as you know me too, I'm very much a big believer of that. The outcome is going to still take a little while. It will be, I feel, in his favor, but there's a lot more going on behind the scenes, so to speak. So if you can be patient and he can be patient, I can't give you a time on it, but it's not going to happen overnight. And I know that's not necessarily what you want to hear, as I know you, and it's a little harder for me not to put my own self into that, but just to let you know that's what I'm hearing. Don't give up on it yet, though.
Yeah, I agree, because I have my intuition, my feelings on that too. It's like it's going to take a while, but he always says it's going to be soon, it's going to be next month, it's going to be a few months. I feel like it's going to take a couple of years.
It's going to be a little longer, but continue with that positive energy, because
Yeah.
that will speed it along, okay? I'm seeing that the outcome, it isn't exactly what he thought, but it's still going to be positive, but it's going to take a little while longer. Sorry, that's not necessarily what you want to hear, but
That's what
I'm
was
hearing.
my, my feelings too.
Okay.
It's like I agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Lynn, do you have a question?
I think it's fascinating that we're getting into some things out into the future.
Okay.
So I want to ask you about this work that I'm moving into with survivors of abuse.
Okay.
And where do you see that going? Because I'm dealing in a lot of different things, and but that one has a special appeal to me for a number of reasons. But where do you see that going?
I feel that whatever you're doing right now is for yourself is really good. I also feel that what you're doing and the work that you're doing now, Lynn, and again, I do know you too, so I know a little bit about this. It's going to be very, very beneficial for the people that you work with. So I feel that continue on this path. Don't get too wrapped up in it, though. I want you to know that and think about that. Just hear and feel what you're going through. What you're going through, you're not imagining, and I know that can come into our mind. It's real, it's very real, but just continue to, in other words, if you can look at it as a third person, that's the best way, and the best way that I can describe it to you. You will feel emotions, but don't let it get to you, because then we're turning it into a negative, which can really turn into a positive, because you're able to help other people when you go through this. It's a process too, but I think you've definitely started it. You're not imagining anything. I need to tell you that too. Everything that you hear and you feel is real for you. And it's good what you're doing. Just don't get wrapped up in it too much, okay? Again, look at it as a third person.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes. Just if you can speak up a little.
Okay, you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I have a wedding in December. Am I gonna go alone to the wedding?
Okay. Well, it's hard for me to answer because I think I kind of know what the wedding is. But right now, yes. However, I think, Mindy, again, I know you too very well. I feel that you will be meeting someone. However, I feel that it's going to be after the wedding, or I'm going to say there aren't too many single guys at the wedding. It could be then, because I had mentioned a dress to you, as you know. But I feel that it's going to be after the wedding. So as for the answer, right now, I can only see you maybe on your own. But you're going to have fun, okay? You're
Okay,
definitely going to
I'm sure
have
I
fun.
will.
Yes,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, positive or negative, whatever you see. Do you see anything in my future right now?
Okay,
Whatever you see.
and I'm going to be honest with you because I don't like the negative, but however, I do want to say that I do see a positive. I see a positive future. Carry on with what you're doing, okay? You are on the right track. You will get some things that are going to tip that balance, so it's not all positive, and I think you know that too. But try to overcome that if you can. I feel that you're getting bombarded with people from the outside. I feel that they're throwing things at you. Does this make sense? They're telling you that maybe they're telling you not necessarily what you want to hear, but
Yeah.
be true to yourself. Be
Okay.
true to yourself.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
It does.
Good.
I have a question. Do you believe in past lives? And if you do, what can you tell me about my past life?
I'm a 101% believer in past lives, okay? From what I'm hearing from you, because I am feeling your vibrations, I feel that you were definitely in Egypt. I don't know if you've ever had anybody tell you anything about your past lives, but you had a lifetime in Egypt. And you were, I'm not going to say royalty, but you had a lot of influence at that point. In other words, people looked up to you. This is not a long time ago. This may be going, not your last life, but the life before. I see you with all the, what we would see in drawings of people that are in Egypt. I see you very much living that life.
Thank you.
Sally, in my life coaching, I am like very wide, open to it. I need to find my niche, and I like to do a lot of things helping people, but can you tell me what my niche is gonna be? It's like in the life coaching, it's a very big, wide area, but I'm thinking, it's like I can't leave it like that. I have to shorten it down.
You need to zone into one particular thing. Actually, I'm feeling children. I'm feeling very much, and I'm getting goosebumps. I'm telling you, Rose. And sometimes, again, I know your story and a lot of things, but I have never told you this. So I feel that you're going to be working and coaching children. I feel that that's dear to you. I feel that's also left over from a previous lifetime, since we were discussing previous lifetimes. You're going to give a lot of hope to children that are underprivileged, that are suffering in this lifetime. It's coming to me very strong, this. It's not only children, but basically this is where you're needed. You're needed. Does that help you a little bit?
Yes, because I am always care about the elderly and children. That's like where my heart is. But, it's like they're not able to, because I still have to support my house, and I have to charge kids and elderly, not in the financial situation. So I'm trying to find things to, so I could get the paying clients, and then I could have non-paying clients.
Well, I'm not saying necessary, I say underprivileged, but there are, and I'm feeling this too very strongly, there are organizations that help children.
That's what
I'm feeling.
Trying to work.
So if you can contact some of these organizations to help underprivileged children, the ones that are really needing the help, I think that's the way that you should go. Go into organizations and say that you're here to counsel and guide the children, and that you, obviously, you get paid for your services. We have to live. But I think they'll understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got connected, but because I'm still new, they want to see the report. So it's like maybe next year. It's like it's too soon for me. It's like I have to give them a report on, it's like what I could do.
Go with it.
Yeah.
Go with it. Don't give up on that.
Yeah,
You'll get your ups and downs with that too. But I think that's your life calling, actually. I really do feel that.
I feel so.
Not so much maybe with the elderly, but it might go along. But definitely children. Not even children, like teenagers. I'm feeling teenagers. They need your help. They definitely need your help.
Yeah, I feel I could help them, yeah.
Good.
I have one more question, then I'll get out of here. Do you see, not in my near future, but in my future, marriage and or children?
I do, but it's not right now.
Yeah,
You said
of course
no,
not.
no.
Like in the future.
Yes, I do see that. I see that. It's going to be very unexpected. It's the time when you don't think, you're not even thinking about it, but I do see that for you, yes.
Thank you.
I have another question, a follow-up question. So you said to be patient with this person that I've been with for a while. So his issue is he's an alcoholic, but I met him when he was sober. So I only know him sober. So now he's off a program and he's drinking again. So it's like I'm with a new person. So I'm struggling with that because My parents were alcoholics. I've had other addiction people that have been in my life, and I'm getting too old for this. It's exhausting to go through this, and it's really tough because I do love them. So I really want to hang in there with him. I'm not ready to leave at this point. So I know you said be patient. Will I see any change in him over?
Well, again, I'm not certain, but you know what? You still have to look after yourself, which you know that too. I understand that, and you understand that. It's up to him, obviously, as you know too. Don't give up on him right now. That's my advice. I can't tell you down the road because, again, we have free will, and whatever he has chosen will happen.
Yes.
But for you to give him the support right now, I think it's really important. But be careful with that. Do not let it interfere, and it's hard and it's easy to say, don't let it interfere with yourself. But remember, you are still number one. You are you. Without you, you have to watch very carefully. And if it gets to the point that you can't handle it, my advice, and again, it's up to you too, is to walk away from the situation. If you do that, and it's very hard to change someone that's doing what he's doing, and I understand that too, he may seek help again, since he has been sober, as you said, right?
Yes.
He's been sober. Hang in there for right now. But when it becomes difficult, my advice, and I can't tell you, it's entirely up to you, is at that point, walk away. I kind of see that in your future, but I'm not 100% certain.
That I do end up walking away?
Yes, but I'm not going to say that that's definitely the end of it. That's what
Okay.
I'm feeling. I think if you walk away, and again, in my mind, I'm dealing with someone that is, that is drinking right now, and it's hard for me to tap into the vibrational energy. But he may, as I'm going to say, see the light of day. Okay. Again, we call that tough love. I do know a little bit about addictions, but right now, give him support. Right now, it's needed, the support.
Okay.
It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month, but you have the answer to that. You'll feel it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hi, Sally. Am I going to be a grandmother to a little girl? Like a little girl, my daughter wants a little girl
Okay,
so
she's not
much.
pregnant right now, I don't think.
No, she's not.
Okay. But I believe that the next child that she has, I really do feel this, and I'm getting goosebumps, is going to be a little girl. I can't tell you that it's going to be, it might be another year from now, but I feel that there is a little girl coming, yes.
So we're going to have the fifth one. Yay.
Yes, but I think that will be the stopping point for
I
her,
think so,
okay?
yeah.
But she wants a little girl, I feel that, and
She
I
wants
think
it.
that her wish will be granted. I feel that there's a little girl somewhere waiting. Let me go, let me come in. I want to come in. I
she
want
will be
Rose as
very
my grandmother.
spoiled.
Yes, she will be very, very spoiled if
Yeah.
that happens, yes.
I have a question. When will I meet my soulmate, and what will they be like?
Okay, it's hard for me to give you a time frame. All I can tell you, Sydney, and I'm getting to know you a little bit now, okay, is that everybody has what we call a soulmate. It's not always the right person, okay? However, I believe that you will. Can you give me the other end of that question? I need to talk up a little
When
more.
will I meet my soulmate, and what will they be like?
It's hard for me to say. If you put an image of, I believe very much in imagery, in putting your image out there. I think that we're guided towards that. So, and it's easy. I mean, I could say this, but I feel that you should keep in mind the person that you have, and I believe that you do have somebody in your mind. I don't believe you've met him yet. You have not met him yet. Okay.
Thank you.
Sally. It's Mindy.
Hi, Mindy.
Hi. Can you tap into spirit and just see if there's a message or something I need to know at this time for guidance?
Okay. I'm coming through a little bit, Mindy. You need to relax. I'm feeling that it's not necessarily a person coming into your life right now. I believe that you're on overload, if that makes sense to you. It's not a bad thing, because that's what motivates us. But when you can rest, and I don't see anything negative, so I'm not saying it for that reason, but take time, they're saying take time to smell the roses, okay? Take time out for yourself. Do some of the things that you like to do. Spoil yourself. I'm hearing that very strong right now. Spoil yourself. And eventually, when you get back, you're a little, and again, it's not negative, but I feel you're a little bit out of balance. Not bad, but we need to bring more positivity back. Does that make sense to you at all?
Yes.
So just bring that positivity back. Work on yourself. Just, you will have the right people. Okay, on a positive, you're going to have the right people. You're attracting the right people into your life, men and women. However, you need to be more, I'm going to say at ease with yourself. Just know that everything is going to be okay. And then I feel that it's all going to fall into place for you, okay? Again, I can't give you a time frame, but I think within the next 3 or 4 months, the message that I'm getting coming through very much now is spoil yourself, Mindy, spoil yourself, okay? Even though you're busy working, take care of yourself. Nothing wrong, but look after yourself. Do things that you ordinarily might not even do. Go do it. I guess I need the break for a second. Any more questions?
Okay, Sally, I'm Rose. What you see for our country, for our world, actually, and how we're going to get affected as America in this?
Well, again, I'm going to draw a little bit on the negative here. We're going through a transition, and you've probably heard other people say that, but I feel very strongly with that. We are tipping the balance here. We're going, which I have mentioned before, more into the negative than into the positive. But before there's change, there has to be a correction. We are actually embarking on a correction right now. So if we can just send the positivity out there to people, I mean, it's easy for me to say that. It's not always easy to do. But wherever we go, if you just say to someone, have a nice day, have a smile, that does affect what's going on in the world.
Raising the energy, vibration.
It's raising the energy up. Very, very important right now because we're going through a transition. Things are changing. More people are beginning to wake up, but they're not there yet. And so when I say wake up, and I was the same, I thought suddenly, oh my gosh, I know everything. No, I'm still learning. We have to go little by little. I feel my guide here right now telling me this, and he would say that many times to me, Adamir, who's in my book, go little by little. We have to go through this. I can't tell you how long it's going to be, but just be aware that whatever is happening, and Mother Earth is showing us many things, which I brought up before, the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the heating of the world, of the earth. We have to go through this transition. But as far as the answer, I can't give you time. Just try to raise that vibrational energy, which we can do through positive thinking.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody. Please don't leave. We're just going to have a short commercial. I hope you're enjoying my show.
A true story, Call Me Zena, is the telling of Sally Barnard. Born in London, England at the end of the Second World War, she came to the U.S. in 1979. A mother of 2 and grandmother of 4, she settled in Florida and worked in real estate. While going through a difficult time in her life, she was admitted into a hospital overnight in December of 2005. While settling back into her life, she began having vivid dreams and documenting them. By the 3rd dream, a lady gave her a message to draw. With no artistic background or interest in art or history, Sally listened to her dreams and grabbed paper and crayons. Today, she has over 150 pieces of inspiring art and poetry. This book follows her journey and interpretations of these messages. She describes in detail how she's able to astral project and who she has met along her travels, including her spirit guides. This book will show you how anything is possible with an open mind. These events have changed Sally's life's direction, and this book will show you how to change yours. Purchase Call Me Zena on Amazon today.
Hello, I think we're back. We're back? Yes. Okay, questions, questions and answer time.
I have a question. Can you see auras, and what color is my aura?
Okay, I can see a lot of things. I can't tell you that I see auras.
Okay.
I don't know. That's something I'm not able to do. I can hear people, I can feel people, I can get the answers to a lot of these questions. I don't
Okay.
see auras.
And what type of is the energy or vibrations that I give off high vibrational, or do you feel low vibrations?
Okay, no, you're giving off very, very high vibrational energy. Only thing is, I ask you to talk a little louder because I like your vibration and I feel it when you talk just a little bit louder.
Okay.
But yes, you're giving up. You're doing very well with this, and I know that you know quite a little bit about this. Continue what you're doing. Younger people today need to do this. It's really important. You have a message, Sydney. I can't forget your name. That's my granddaughter's name. Okay, go ahead and do what you feel that you're doing, that you want to do, because I think it's going to be very beneficial, and I'm going to say to the world, because we need to lift that vibrational energy.
Thank you.
I'm going to follow up on that question. That was an excellent question. I just have a feeling I have had many, 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 many lives, like that this is my last life. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Nobody told me. I don't know. My birthday is 1/11. I just, I just feel very deeply all the time. It's almost a curse that I'm so empathetic, because I could start crying right now.
It's
So anyway,
affecting me too.
my question is to you: have I had many lives? Do you think this
Yes.
is my last life?
Yes, and I want to give you validation on that, because my numbers actually are 1111. When I hear that, I even write in my first book about this, way before it kind of became an in thing. And I'm not knocking that, because it's very important that we're waking up to 1111. When you said 111, that immediately told me that you're definitely on the right path. There's many people have different feelings towards that, but we are on a spiritual path. You'll have many, many lifetimes. You're not with what you're going through again, and I want to let you know that, since you've told me a little bit about your story. We choose, as I'm sure you know, what we're going to go through in our life. When I mention karma, it's not necessarily karma as we know it, but it's a choice that we're making. You are, in many ways, or have been, a caregiver. However, in this particular life, I think you're waking up to some of your past relationships, not necessarily in this life, in another lifetime, or it could have been a long time ago from now. You're learning your lesson in this lifetime. That's why I'm saying hang in there, but don't let it affect you. Once it's really affecting you, again, going back to your last question, I feel that you should walk away. Again, I'm going to say that's not necessarily the end, but this is for you, not necessarily for him. This is for you. You're learning right now, and you've had this in other lifetimes.
Yes.
You feel that?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why it's so drawn to me. I do vision boards. He's on my vision board. So if you're looking for your soulmate, make a vision board.
And
Oh,
yeah, I'm sorry.
so definitely the vision board has helped me. I think I manifested him, but I thought I said I want somebody very healthy emotionally, but I guess I didn't get that
You
part.
did manifest him.
Yes, I
But he
did.
was sober when you met him, right?
Yes.
Okay, he's had a slip. We all have slips, I know that. But don't let it define your world right now, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me. I can't tell you that I can completely see your future. I just know that you need to hang in there with him, okay? You need to well, no, you don't have to hang in there, but for the next little while, hang in. And
Sure.
then when you feel it's getting to you, if nothing's changing, please walk away. But that's entirely up to you. That's just my message.
Sure. Okay. If by walking away, does that make him feel like...
From what I'm hearing, but nothing is set in stone. Because
Yes.
remember, again, we have free will.
Right.
I think in a way, and I know they call that tough love, from what I know of addictions, it might bring him around, but I don't want to tell you that, because maybe you're not meant to know that part of your future right
Yes,
now.
yeah.
Just do what you feel that you want to do. Do not let it affect your life, okay? Please.
Yes.
Please don't. You may tolerate it for a week, you may tolerate it for 2 months, but if nothing changes, my advice is walk away.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll just end up with the dog. A dog, no relationship, but a cute dog.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sally, am I going to be marrying someone I knew or somebody new?
Well, it's hard for me to answer that on the air because for all I know is Michael could be listening. Okay, so we'll answer that privately, but you're on the right track. Okay, you are on the right track. All right, let's leave it at that. Michael, all is good. Okay, if he's listening.
I like that question. Could I ask the same question?
Yes, you can.
Do I already know who I'm going to marry?
I think you do, Mindy. I think you do. I'm feeling that for the first time really strong, okay? And I'm getting goosebumps, which is my validation. Yes, you know. Do not give up on whatever relationship that is. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't necessarily know, but I know that you know, okay?
Thank you.
In my new business, financially, am I going to be okay?
Yes, you are, because you always have been. Don't ever lose that knowing that you're not ever. Don't let that interfere with. Things are a little up and down right now, Rose, and I feel that again. Again, I do know you, but you are very, very good at what you do. Never, ever lose that. Just because you're going through, I feel a slightly different, like the scales are tipping a little bit each way. You're okay. You will always be okay. You know that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a tough. I'm starting a brand new business, and it's a tough time. And you know, it takes time to build.
Do not ever give up on yourself, which I know you won't.
No.
But I
yeah.
just need to reinforce that because that's what they're telling me. And your mother is there. Your mother is here.
Thank you.
I have a question. How will I be financially stable in the future? Like, will I have my own business, or will my job be enough, or will I have
Okay,
side
I'm getting
hustles?
something to do with it. I mean, I don't know, and you may not have even thought about this, but I'm feeling a clothing line of some kind. Are you artistic in any way, or do you draw?
Yeah, I actually wanted to start a clothing line, but
Okay.
I've never got into it.
Actually, that's what I'm hearing. I see that. Again, this is entirely up to you, but my message to you is pursue that, because how would I know that? I've never met you, but I feel that they're telling me clothing line. Okay, so continue with that. Keep it, you don't have to do it now, but keep it in the back of your mind. As I said, I think they're telling me in the beginning, I did say about your being in college, you will change, as I feel what you're doing right now will go into something else. Okay?
So Sally, with all the things happening in the world right now, it seems like we need to be able to get more to the truth of what the reality under the reality is, in order to create something new that's based upon truth, not based upon all the old stories we've been told. So what are you sensing in terms of how much longer or how much more information needs to come out before we can actually start the process of letting go of all of it and creating new?
Well, I feel, especially, and I've talked about this before, a lot of the children coming in today are coming in for the purpose that they're meant to be here, which is to help us wake up. They're not always aware of this themselves, but as time goes along with their lives, they're going to see many things. We are getting help. Okay, so can you just give me the end of that? I kind of lost it a little bit. Can you just repeat a little bit of that?
So just a little bit in terms of how much more of this process of uncovering the truth and separating the truth from the lies.
Okay, I actually felt, and that's why it came back, because this is important, we are going to have disclosure here. I absolutely feel that. That will, a lot of people are going to freak out because I'm talking about other planets, other people helping us. But that disclosure is very, very important. It's going to open, if nothing else for right now, it's going to open people's mind a little bit to know that we are not alone dealing with what we're dealing with. This is so important. And the kids today that are coming in, and I call them the indigo children, there are many names for them, I just call them blessed children that are coming in to help us, will start remembering too. This is the time for us to begin to start to wake up. I'm not going to talk about doomsday and the world, because I believe that things have happened before, but I could be talking 1,000 years from now. I'm not here to scare people. I'm here to tell people, please listen to what you're hearing. It's very, very important. And I believe the first step into this is disclosure. They're going to have to do it very, very slowly, because it's against a lot of religion and against a lot of things. But there is so much more in this world, and we need to find out now before it's too late that there is help, and there are people helping us.
And as part of that disclosure, also personal disclosure, in which we become more aware of things like our past lives.
Absolutely, because if you think back, I did not believe in past lives up to about 20 years ago. And when I came out, even with my book, and I was talking about it, it was not really accepted. Today, I'm 100% believer in past lives, and I don't mind openly saying that as I am now. I do believe that. So what people begin to think now, they'll think, well, it's opening their minds. We need to, well, I say minds, it's opening up to the universe. And I believe it's speeding up. In my frame of what reference I'm getting, is that we are speeding up because we need to. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we need to keep an open mind is really important, very important. We are not alone. That's my way of thinking. There may be people who say, oh, I've had enough of this lady, but this is what I feel. We are not alone here, and we are getting the help that we need. Please just keep an open mind with it.
So my last question on that line of questioning, that sounds like we're in a courtroom.
No, that's fine.
But the last question on that is there still more disclosure for me, personal disclosure, in terms of my childhood and some of those experiences? Is there still more of that coming?
Yes, Lynn, there is. There is. But I think as we had a prior conversation a little while ago today, I feel that you're ready. We can only accept what we're hearing when we're ready. Otherwise, your mind will not take it, or you're going to freak out. But from what I feel, and I haven't known you that long, but I feel that you are ready to accept some of these things today. Because even if it's a negative, we learn from that, because we need to learn. Otherwise, I believe that we carry that through into maybe not the next life, but we will come into it again in a lifetime. So what you're learning now is very, very beneficial for you. You are ready. You're definitely ready, okay, to accept it. You were not. You definitely weren't, but now you are. Does that help you?
Absolutely.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. We all get to a point in our lives, male, female, in a certain age, and we wonder, am I going to die alone? Am I going to be alone? So even if this relationship works or doesn't work, do you see me growing old alone?
No, I don't. There's turmoil going on right now, but I think when you gradually begin to accept or work, whichever way it goes, I'm not here to tell you either way, because I honestly have not got the answer. I can only tell you I feel where you're going, is that you need to the situation that you're going through, actually, I know this sounds crazy, but it's going to be beneficial to you. Whether it's to meet someone else that hasn't got this problem, or it's to help him understand him. But what you're going through is also a learning experience. So go through it. It's easy to say with positive, it's hard, absolutely, and I feel for you, I really do. But go through it just knowing that you're going through an experience that you needed and chosen to go through. Sounds crazy right now, but when you come out of it, whichever way it comes out, you leave him or he sobers up, it was a worthwhile experience for you. Keep that in your mind and it will help you. Does that help you a little?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sally, do you think as you get more spiritually evolved, like my friend here, you'll go through things faster and easier because of maybe past lives, or could be a lot of learning in this life, but they don't have to take as long, the problems, or hurt as much?
Absolutely, 100% I feel that. Having said that, and it's not a negative, but it's going to sound like a negative, we're going to get more problems. because we need to clear ourselves, but the problems won't affect us like they did maybe when we weren't, we were not ready always to accept them, because we'll see it from a different point of view. We now have the advantage to be able to go through these things in life and not let it affect us like we used to. I truly believe, and it happened to me, that I went through a lot. I think that sometimes you need to go through it to see that there's more. You don't have to, but I think it helps. I don't know if I'm right, but the more clearing we do with all these problems, the easier it gets. That's the best way to put it, okay?
So really, I hear detaching from the situation and kind of being on the outside, looking in at it to be a little bit more.
Yes. Again, if you look at it, and it's easy to say, it's hard to do, but look at it as some type of learning experience that you're going through. It will help you, and you will get through it, no matter if it's the way that you chose it in this life, but not necessarily in spirit. It's going to be the correct way if you look at it that way. Okay, I have a phone call? Okay, thank you. Huh? Oh, I have 4 minutes left. I thought I had a phone call. Okay, I have 4 minutes left. Has anyone got a question that I can
Thank you.
answer in 4 minutes? Okay.
What do you believe people's perceptions of me are?
Of you?
Yes.
That's a hard question to answer. It's how you interpret how they're thinking of you. Remain positive, okay, and you will show positivity. That's important for me to tell you that. You're very, very bright. I know you know that too, right? There are things, yes, we all have our little things that we feel that, maybe not presented to the world that we might want to, but never ever lose confidence in yourself. You have a lot to offer this world, okay? Does that help you? Good.
I have a question. Do you see me being married in the future?
Okay, I have to tell you, Sydney, I like you and I feel your vibrations. Don't worry about that. Just concentrate on what you're doing, okay? I feel, and I knew nothing about the clothing business. I feel that very strongly. And you know what you want in your life will come about. I'm not saying don't stop thinking about it, but try to feel that you're on the right track, and then you are on the right track, not feel, okay? And everything will fall into place, okay?
Thank
I hope
you.
that helps you. I think I have like 2 minutes. Have we got a quick question, or is it time to say goodbye till next week? Anybody? You have one? No? Okay. All righty. Well, it's been fun. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I look forward to hearing from you next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Coincidence or not, it's time to trust your intuition and knowings. Thank you for joining me through this journey of self-discovery and awakening with the help of my spirit guides. I'm Sally Barnard, and you can find my book, artwork, and contact through artbysallybarnard.com. Join us next week. This has been Call Me Zena.